So, good day, everyone. We are the last reporters for this subject, Chapter 12, Roles and Competencies of School Health. Together with my co-reporters, Baro Rinaldo, Bonaparte Maripet, Salahag Mericlis, Costa Nelgi, and yours truly, Humawi Yarakaan. So, let's start. So, for Chapter 12, again, roles and competencies of school head. For the learning outcomes, we will be discussing the competencies expected of school heads as contained in the competency frameworks for the Philippines and for Southeast Asia as well. So, when we talk about the roles, we should first define what is a role. A role is a function, assumed, or part played by a person or thing in a particular situation. And when we say competencies, it is the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. So, another term for this chapter, we have here the school head. When we say school head, or let's just say principal, it is the staff member of a school with the greatest responsibility for the management of the school. As stipulated in Chapter 1, Section 5, RA 9155, the school head is what we call the administrative and an instructional leader as well. So let us define administrative or let us differentiate administrative and the instructional leader. So when you say instructional leader, he or she supervises instruction while administrative leader concerns of physical improvement and fund sourcing. So the principal or the school head is not only in the instructional leadership but also in the administrative. So when we talk about administrative is efficiency or administrative work, diha na siya nag-work for iyang function is iyang ginakuan ang memorandum, for example karon nga face-to-face classes na gid ta kung unsa gyud siya ka-ready or ang school mismo. Also financially, also ginalook gyapon na siya sa principal or sa principal the financial status of the school, and of course the school of program academic year or the school activities for the academic year, and iyang mga kauban ani or iyang mga sub members ani is the non-teaching personnel. And that's for instructional supervision pod, muna na siya ang mga teaching strategies and the approaches for the teachers. Muna yan ang ginalook forward or ginalook into, ginakonsider po niya ang mga faculty members sa iyang school. So let's go. For the introduction, in the section 5 of Republic Act 9155, the school head is an administrative and the instructional leader. So here, we have the 7 domains. So, let us first tackle what is the core principles for the school head, roles, and these competencies. So, school heads are very competent, committed, and accountable in providing access to quality and relevant education for all through information leadership and high degree of professionalism. So here we have the 7 domains, and we will tackle the first 3 domains. So these 3 domains or the 7 domains rather are the competencies for the school heads, the or what we call the National Competency Based Standards for the School Heads or NCB SH issued in DepEd Order 32 Series of 2010 on April 16, 2010. In this list of competencies expected of school heads, there are competencies for both instructional leadership and administrative leadership. So let's take a look at the competencies expected for the school heads. So here, the domains is the school leadership. So under the school leadership, it has also competency strands. We have here the developing and communicating VMGO or the vision, mission, goals, and objective. In order for the school heads to have the successful or efficient school, At first, the school leader or the school head should have the VMGO of the institution. So, he must be able also to find the database strategic planning. So, na siya yung mga seminars for the strategic planning. So, we have the capacity for the problem solving, building high performance, of course, and coordinating with others, leading and managing change. That's a very big responsibility at the school or the institution as a school head. So, let's proceed to second domain. For the second domain, you have the instructional leadership. As what we as what I've told you, for the instructional leadership, it falls into the faculty members of the school. So under the instructional leadership, the competency of these strands are the assessment for learning, developing program or adapting existing program, implement program and instructional improvement, and the instructional supervision. So, kabantay ta sa atong mga school heads, no? Usahay mag-observe na siya sa mga demo sa iyang mga faculty kung iya pang gina-check kung nag-fit pa ba siya sa iyang or mga strategies na ginagamit sa teachers sa iyang students. Tapos siya kuan nga mga memo nga for the seminar sa iyang mga teachers in order for be a efficient teacher, no? And or faculty sa iyang mga students. So we also have here the third domain as a school head, creating a student-centered learning climate. So for this domain, he has these competency strands, setting high social and academic expectations, and creating school environments focused on the needs of the learner. So, karon lahi naman gid kaayo ang panahon karon kay as a teacher, you will be the one to be the facilitator. Dili na ka pwede nga ikaw na lang sige gungit sa imong mga students, no? Unlike before nga tanan na lang gid ang teacher. But karon, ang mga students dapat mag-engage na gid siya ang mga teacher, they are also now the facilitator or the one who will guide the students on how to set their goals, on how to achieve their goals, and the mga ilahang mga lessons nga dili na sila kailangan nga i-spoon feed na gid sila sa ilang mga teachers. So for the continuation, I have here the next reporter, Baro Reynaldo.
Okay, let's proceed the next domain. The domain 4, the Human Resources Management and Professional Development. So they have three competency of this domain. First, the 4.A, creating a professional learning community. So, as a school head, you should build a community of learners and teachers. Then assess and analyze the needs and interests of teacher and other school personnel, and also the school plan for professional development, or SPPD. Next, the 4.B, the recruitment and hiring. So the indicators of this strands is to utilize the basic qualifications, standards, and adheres to pertinent policy in recruiting and hiring teachers, including hiring staff. As a school head, you should create a trained school selection and promotion committee and train each member. And the last competency is the managing performance of teachers and staff. So the indicators of these strands is assign teachers and other personnel to their area of competencies. So if they are competent in science, so you can assign the science department. If they are competent in mathematical or logical, so you can assign the mathematics department. So that is another competence of being school head. Assist teacher and staff in setting and resetting performance goals, monitors, and evaluate performance of teachers and non-teaching personnel target. So that's all for domain 4. So let's proceed the next domain, the domain 5, the parent involvement and community partnership. So they have two competency strands. First, the 5.A, parental involvement. So the indicators of this competency strands is establishing schools and family partnership or partnership that promotes students' peak performance, organizes organize programs that involves parents and other school stakeholders to promote learning, conduct dialogues for training of teachers, learners, and parents of the welfare, and improve performance of the learners. So next, the 5.B, external community partnership. So the indicators of this strand, as a school head, you should promote the image of the school through summit, state of the school address SOSA, learning project exhibit, peers and etc. Conduct dialogues and meetings with multi-stakeholders in crafting programs and school projects. You should also participate actively community affairs. So that's all for domain 5, competency. Okay, let's proceed the next domain. The domain 6, school management and operations. So they have three competency strands of this domain. First, managing school operations. So the indicators of these strands is to manage the implementation, monitoring and review the school improvement plan or SIP or EIP, annual improvement plan, and other action plan. Next, 6.B, fiscal management. The indicators of these strands is prepare a fiscal management plan, develop a school budget which is consistent with your school improvement plan or annual improvement plan of your school. Then, generate and utilize fiscal resources. That's why you should link with other school stakeholders, especially LGU and other non-government organization, and also manage school resources in accordance with Department of Education or DepEd policies and accounting and auditing rules and regulations and other physical resources. As a school head, you should accept donations, gift, grant in accordance Republic Act 9155, which is Philippines law. Next, 6.C, use of technology, the management of operations. So the indicators of these strands, as a school head, you should apply information technology or IT plans for online communication, uses information technology to facilitate the operationalization of the school management system, school information system, student tracking system, personal information system, and uses IT to access teachers' support materials or TSM and learning support materials or LSM and the and assessment in accordance with the guidelines of the Department of Education. So the last domain is domain 7, the personal and professional attributes and interpersonal effectiveness. So they have four competency strands of this domain. First, 7.E, professionalism. The indicators of these strands: as a school head, you should manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in the nobility of teaching profession and etc. Next, the 7-point B, communication. As a school head, you should communicate effectively to staff and other school stakeholders in both oral and written forms. And also as a school head, you should listen to the stakeholders, their needs, their concern, and response appropriately in the consideration of the political, social, legal, and the cultural context. Next, the 7-point C, interpersonal sensitivity. The indicators of these strands: as a school head, you should interact appropriately with a variety of audience, and you also demonstrate ability to emphasize with others. And the last competency, the 7-point D, fairness, honesty, and integrity. So the indicators of these strands is observe award system and a system assistance for teachers, staff to sustain integrity, honesty, and fairness in all school practices. As a school head, you also demonstrate integrity, honesty, and fairness all his or her dealing transaction. So that's all for the last domain of domain 7.
Domain stakeholders engagement. So, domains is management promoting shared responsibility for school improvement. So, kaning mga stakeholders, in order mangita silag school nga ilahang target, murag win-win situation, which is makahelp ang school sa ila as well as makahelp pod ang school sa ila by promoting their brands, promoting their company. Like usually ginadikit-dikit na siya nga kanang, for example, kani nga part is ang Buseco naghatag og classroom, so now na makabuta nga build by Buseco and Company, like that. And also build trust and team communities for school improvement, empower the community to work for enhancement of school performance. So ang pag-enhance pod sa school dili lang gid kay ang stakeholders lang kundi appeal pod ang community. The involvement of community gives big impact in promoting and enhancing the school. So, managing education alliances and networks. So, in order pod sa school nga maging productive, na pod sila mga alliances. And then, communicate effectively with different stakeholders, facilitate school community partnership and activities. So, ang school, for more nga ma-enhance, more ma-productive, more nga manindot, the more stakeholders, the more nga mag-nindot ang school. And facilitate school community partnership with different activities. So, pero usually sa mga ingaani kay nalang na siya sa mga syudad nga mga school nga nay mga stakeholders, like 2 or more stakeholders ana nga mga building or ana mga school, I mean. Sustain collaborative relationship with stakeholders. So, syempre, in order nga magdugay ang stakeholders, in order nga mag-give pa og help ang stakeholders ana nga school, they should maintain good relationship. Support community-based program and projects. Communicate school performance report stakeholders. So, ang stakeholders also, they will see to it nga kanang school is improving, that school is performing, that school is kanang well-known, or win-win situation. Makahelp sila sa school and also the school will help them.
So, good morning everyone. My report is all about instructional leadership. Its domain is leading curriculum implement and improvement. Its competencies is Number one is managing curriculum implementation. Two, promote sensitivity of diversity and instruction. Number two domain is creating a learner-centered environment. Its competency standard is promoting learner-centered activities, promote health, safe, and inclusive learning. Number three domain is managing sustainable school programs and projects. Its competencies standard is demonstrate programs and project management, promote school-based programs and projects that support sustainable development. And last is delivering planned learner outcomes. It promotes theme approaches to instructional. So the other domain is managerial domain. Its domain is leading curriculum implemented and improvement. Its competencies is managing curriculum implementation, promote sensitivity of diversity, differentiated instruction. Number two domain is managing task performance. Its competencies is manage school personnel requirements, recognize top performance. Number three is managing sustainable school programs and projects. Its competency standards is demonstrate programs and project management skill. That's all. Thank you.
Domain for personal excellence. Personal excellence can be achieved through various areas of growth and development. Number one, mental growth. Focusing on the development of your mind, cognitive functions, and learning abilities can significantly impact personal growth. 2. Awareness. Becoming aware of areas that need learning or improvement, uncovering blind spots, validating assumptions, and resisting attitudes are essential for personal growth and development. Attitude. Maintaining a positive attitude toward self-improvement and taking responsibility for one's growth is crucial for achieving personal excellence. Action. Taking actions is key to personal growth. Implementing new skills, changing habits, and activity working toward improvement are essential. Ability. Constantly upgrading knowledge and skills, learning from experiences, and being open to new opportunities contribute to personal excellence. Domain for strategic thinking innovation. When it comes to strategic thinking and innovation, there are several key aspects to explore that can help drive significant organizational growth and success. One is vision and strategy. Strategic innovations start with a clear vision and strategic direction. It requires deep understanding of the organization's goals, market dynamics, customer needs, and competitive landscape. The innovation strategy should be aligned with the overall strategic objectives of the organization and provide a roadmap for achieving them. Market and customer insight. Successful strategic innovation requires a true understanding of market trends, emerging technologies, and customer needs, preference, gathering market intelligence, and conducting customer research help identify opportunities for innovation and ensures that new initiatives are customer-centric. Resource allocation. Strategic innovation requires proper resource allocation. It involves allocating financial, human, and technological resources to support innovations initiatives. Organizations need to prioritize and invest in strategic innovation projects to ensure they receive the necessary resources and support of success. Strategic innovations focuses on initiatives that have the potentials for scalability and broad impact. It involves developing implementations plans, setting milestones, and ensuring proper execution to bring innovative ideas to market successfully.